Zelensky. Like Saddam did with Kuwait, Putin will abandon Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is confident that his country will prevail in its conflict with Russia. He continued, saying that Putin would leave Russia, like Saddam left Kuwait. Zelensky told the Saudi news network Al Arabiya on Sunday, the 23rd of April 2023, that Russia's invasion of the Crimean Peninsula in February 2014 was the spark that set off the conflict. He said he wished he had fought back when Russia invaded Crimea the first time. Zelensky seemed optimistic about winning, but he acknowledged that doing so without Ukraine's allies would be difficult and that victory would be pushed back if shipments of weapons were slowed. He spoke out against the invasion of Moscow, saying that the war was being fought against Russia. Says he, Putin is fighting to save himself and not for his nation. Members of NATO agreed this week that Ukraine would join NATO in the future, but that first they must defeat Russia. These remarks, made only a few weeks after Finland's accession to NATO, indicate that Ukraine's allies will supply weapons but not troops. Zelensky is still optimistic that Russia will emerge victorious in the end, but he recognizes that it will be difficult without our allies. And it will happen, because Ukraine is preparing for a counteroffensive. Zelensky emphasized the fact that the country is now stronger and that some of its land has been reclaimed. On Sunday night, about 10,000 people carrying torches marched through the capital of Armenia to remember the approximately 1.5 million Armenians who died at the hands of the Ottoman Turks over a century ago. Activists burned Turkish and Azerbaijani flags to kick off the march from a central square to a sprawling memorial complex. Since the road leading to the ethnic Armenian region of Nagorno-Karabakh within Azerbaijan has been blocked, tensions between Armenia and Azerbaijan have escalated rapidly in recent months. It is generally agreed upon by historians that the Ottoman Turks were responsible for the first genocide of the 20th century, which occurred in the final days of the Ottoman Empire and resulted in the deaths of as many as 1.5 million Armenians. For a long time, Armenians have demanded that the deaths be officially recognized as genocide. Although Turkey recognizes that many people perished during this time, the country has rejected the term genocide, claiming that the death toll is exaggerated and that the deaths resulted from civil unrest following the fall of the Ottoman Empire. On Monday, Armenia will commemorate the beginning of the genocide that began in 1915. It has proven difficult for the Russian government to recruit enough people to keep fighting in Ukraine. As a result, they have turned to more extreme and ingenious methods to recruit young men in Russia for Putin's war. True men don't work as bodyguards, personal trainers, or cab drivers during wartime. These real men are protecting the country. The Russian Defense Ministry launched a new recruitment campaign last week, presumably suggesting that middle-aged men aren't real men if they stick with their regular jobs and don't enlist instead of being conscripted. On Wednesday, the ministry shared a short video on its various social media accounts in which three men can be seen going about their routine duties. All three of them appear to fantasize, dramatic music playing in the background, about joining Russia's special military operation in Ukraine. What a real man you are! The message urges viewers to be one before recruiting them as contract soldiers for a starting salary of 204,000 rubles, nearly $2,500 per month. This is a substantial amount of money in Russia.